Hello everyone, I am the Canadian Gaming Penguin. We are episode 3, and today the plan is to go to the museum and fish, because our life is difficult today, and other things, and possibly to meet the rest of the different NPCs that we have not yet met, which we will be able to meet now because we have the community center cutscene. Which then introduces us to the wizard, which we will see in the mail in just a second, or at least I assume so. I've got some new items in stock, a deluxe fishing pole and some bait that you can attach to it. You can use bait to make fish bite faster. Hope to see you soon. Willie, my sources tell me you've been poking around inside the old community center. Why don't you pay me a visit? My chambers are west of the forest lake in the stone tower. Might have information concerning your rat problem. M. Rasmodius Wizard. Apparently we have another one. Robin here, I know there's a lot of stone scattered around your farm. If you have a surplus, you might consider having me build a well for you. Wells can be placed all over your farm and serve as convenient places to refill your watering can. Just swing by my shop with 75 stones and 1,000 gold when you're ready for it. Robin. Wow, we have more mail. I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurer spirit, that much I can tell. If you can slay 10 slimes, you'll have earned your place in my adventurers guild. Be careful, Marlin. Okay, I wasn't wrong about the slime thing, but I was a bit too early with that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is plant these seeds here. Look at that, there's potatoes. Not that it does me any good, because I think that quest is now long gone. There was a quest for Evelyn to have these seeds. And after I'm done with this, I think it might be Mayor Lewis's birthday today. And I can quickly check by finding him on my list here. I have to say, I love this. I don't have to keep looking. Okay, it's tomorrow. I don't have to keep looking at the calendar to remember whose birthday it is, so it's so much easier to see that in the menu there. Obviously, you won't see that if you haven't talked to them before. So you're going to want to plant a scarecrow. By plant, I mean place a scarecrow, because there are crows in the game and they will eat your crops. So, I also like how in the advanced crafting details it tells me how many I have in my inventory. Perfect. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, actually tells you how many you can craft. Ooh, I like that. So we're going to craft ourselves a furnace. And we're going to place that said furnace, and I'm going to move these down here because I sometimes screw up things and do stuff with the stuff that I don't want to do stuff with. I don't usually put my furnace right here, but I'm going to put my furnace right here. It's so much more convenient. Right, so you need 5 copper ores to make a single copper bar. I have enough for 5 copper bars, which is enough to craft a tool. I've never had a good start like this before. I don't know what's the deal. Wow. So it does take about 30 minutes in-game time, I believe it is, for the copper bars to be smelted. So you need 5 copper bars in total to be able to upgrade any of your tools except for your scythe, which does not upgrade. Unfortunately, it will take 2 game days for your tool to be upgraded, so I'm not going to be able to get any wood when I go to get this upgraded. But I am going to stay around the farm and long enough to get the necessary copper bars, because when I visit Clint later, or in that general vicinity, I can actually get my axe upgrading, which is probably the fastest I've ever had it upgraded, but now that I'm saying that, it also costs you gold. So I won't be able to do that just yet, because I don't have the gold. Smelting. Use your furnace to smelt a copper bar. Initiation. 10 slimes. Meet the wizard. And copper bar journal. Blah, blah, blah. Delivery. We still need to get that for Joja. What's his face? As well. Introductions. 25 of 28 people. We need to meet the wizard, Demetrius, and Maru, which we should be able to do today. And we have a Scarecrow. So you'll also want to be... the Scarecrow has a kind of weird radius thing. I think it's 8 by 8 in a radius, so it's like 5 from this, and then a diagonally kind of liney thing. So basically all of this is covered, and then 5 in this direction, and then a kind of weird circly radius thing. There's information on the Stardew Wikipedia, which I will probably have a kind of overlay of the picture itself so that you can see what that is as well. Just because it's hard to actually explain it without showing it. Anyhow, so with that, we now have 100 gold. Woo! Which is enough to actually get these geodes broken. Let's see, what are their skills? Well, combat isn't at 1. That's another thing I was talking about goals last video. I forgot to mention that I want to try to get at least to level 8s in all of my all of my skills by the end of the first year, so that I don't have much to work on in the second year in terms of skills. It is possible that the foraging and the farming are more than likely going to be level 10, possibly the fishing as well, before the end of the year. I'm not going to go mining today because the less luck you have, the more monsters spawn effectively. And because of that, it'll take longer to get through different levels, and I don't have a whole lot of energy, so I could work on my combat, but I don't want to just spend my whole time fighting things when I could be collecting ore and other things. And right now I do need money, so I'm going to grab my fishing rod and we are going to go fishing. Going to town. So before I go fishing though, I'm going to visit Robin's, and then I'm going to visit the Wizards. The Wizard is open a lot later. Yes, I remembered my wallet. My wallet is very empty though. So I don't have a lot of money to buy any seeds really. I'm not even going to bother buying any of them because I am so broke and I do want to process those geodes. So we're going to go to Clint's to process those. I'm also going to talk to Alex here. Apparently he's done 1,000 push-ups yesterday. I say I believe it if I saw it, but I don't, and I won't. So we're gonna get the geodes broken first. Hello, Mayor Lewis. Process geodes. Because there's a possibility that we will get artifacts from these, instead of having to make more than one trip, we will do it in one go to the museum. And look at that, we got one of these, which is fine because these are also needed for the community center bundles, which I will be able to explain after we go visit the wizard. But we also got another artifact there. And if we go to upgrade tools here, we have the copper hoe and the copper trash can. The trash can requires 5 copper bars and 1,000 gold, a copper hoe, or any of your tools that can be upgraded. Also 5 copper bars and then 2,000 gold. And then eventually that's the same thing for the iron upgrades, and then the gold, and then the iridium. And so here we have a cutscene. Again, abysmal. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something. Let me see it. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. So I'll just give it to you. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We could make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows, if you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. AKA, I'll give you some stuff for rewards for donating. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. And there's been actually quite a few objects added to these, and I can't remember the order that they've been added because there's been so many of them. So we have the Dwarf Scroll, which was helpful for communicating with the dwarf later on. And It won't tell us what it is right now, but if we look at this after in our inventory, we will be able to see this, a little description of it now. And if we go over to each of those, which I'm not going to do, it will show us that the little description of each item, and of course we'll be able to see that when we get it the next time. So we got a little bit amount of gold as well. And collect rewards. 9 cauliflower seeds. I can speak. I'm going to go back to the farm and plant those when I can. Okay, so we are going to go see the wizard. But we are going to go to Robin's first because she closes sooner than the wizard does. The wizard's house is still accessible until like 8 p.m. or something like that. Plus, we still need to meet Demetrius and Maru anyway, who are possibly up in this direction too. Because Demetrius is Robin's husband and Maru is their daughter. So they are both here. We'll talk to you first. So upgrading the house is we can increase the size of your house and add a kitchen. It will cost 10,000 gold. You'll also need to provide me with 450 pieces of wood. Are you interested? No, because I can't even afford that. I can't even think of affording that. In the shop, we also have a bunch of things. There's a calendar, a workbench. What else is important to point out here? There's these different recipes that you will need to acquire eventually for the crafting thing, and eventually there will be other crafting recipes. They kind of cycle through. You could also sell stone to her, worth more the first year rather. And hello, Maru. Anyways, so there's that as well. And then if we construct our farm buildings, we have the Coop here. 4,000 gold, 300 wood, 1,000, 100 stone. So I know we have enough stone, or at least I think we do. Wood and the gold we definitely do not have enough of. We also can craft the barns, the well, which is not really worth it because I have enough pond areas to water or refill my watering can. We also have a silo, which I do want to get built as soon as possible, so I can start collecting some of the hay from the grass. That way it's not being wasted. And the mill will allow you to mill wheat, beets, and rice. And we also have a shed to basically store stuff or fill it with whatever you like, as the description says. We have a fish pond, which is also fairly new. And then you have different cabins that you can use for if you had multiplayer people playing with you. You also have a stable and a slime hutch and a shipping bin and so on and so forth. And you're also able to move different buildings as well in that area. We are going to go back to the farm through this way. And I'm going to plant those cauliflowers, and then we're going to head to the wizards. I should also check to see if there's more spring onions, because I'm going to need those. I should also check around the farm to see if there's any supply crates. So we're not going fishing today. Change your plans. Funny how I was talking about. Ooh. I can also craft. What am I looking for? Where's the sap? There's the sap. I can craft a whole bunch of these. So normally you craft one at a time. I'm holding the shift key on my keyboard, so I craft 5 at a time. There. And also conveniently, with a new change, well, newish, it's kind of oldish now, not with this 1.5 content stuff. Even if you've planted a crop, if it isn't in its next stage, you can still plant or put fertilizer. Originally, you could only put the fertilizer before you planted the seed. Super nice. And so the reason why I planted the cauliflower like that is because there is a chance for it to grow as a giant cauliflower. Not likely, but possible. What was I doing? Going to see the wizard. I'm going to check to see if there is any spring onions, and then going to see if there's any supply crates around the farm, which there probably isn't. So the wizard's place is just up here in the tower. And we should be able to access it now. I had gone here in the first episode, but it wasn't accessible. Ahem. Ah, come in. I am Demetrius, seeker of the arcane truths, mediary between physical and ethereal, master of the seven elementals, keeper of the sacred you get the point. Do I? And you, Celebrian, the one whose arrival I have long foreseen. Have you? Here, I'd like to show you something. Okay. It's this arcane circle. Behold! Oh, that's what you were pointing to. The Junimo. Or the rat. You've seen one before, haven't you? Uh-huh. They call themselves the Junimos. Mysterious spirits, these ones. For some reason, they refuse to speak with me. I'm not sure why they've moved into the community center, but you have no reason to fear them. I saw this thingy in the thingy. You found a golden scroll written in an unknown language. Most interesting. Stay here, I'm going to see for myself. I'll return shortly. Where did he go? Ah! I found the note. The language is obscure, but I was able to decipher it. We, the Junimo, are happy to aid you. In return, we ask for gifts of the valley. If you are with the forest, then you will see the true nature of the scroll. One with the forest. What do they mean? Sniff, sniff. Aha! Come here. I forgot to turn my setting off again. I just realized. My cauldron is bubbling with ingredients from the forest. Baby fern, moss grub, caramel top, toadstool? 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 Can you smell it? Sure. Here, drink up. Let the essence of the forest permeate your body. But I don't wanna. We got 38 energy. Nice. And we got to see hallucinations of leaves and trees. Of the pine variety. Woohoo! Loopy 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 loop. Loop. Trees, trees, trees. You've gained the power of forest magic. Now you can decipher the true meaning of the Junimo scrolls, which we will check out later. We're not going to see the wizard again. So now we just need to meet. Who are we missing? Oh, yeah. Huh. Right. Her house is down over this general direction as well, so hopefully we can meet her as well. And we'll go south here, and please be some spring onions. Yay, there is. Oh, there's lots. There's lots. Perfect. So, let's see if Leia is out of her house. Probably not, because it is 6 p.m. And this is her house, but we can't go in. And if you're not sure if it's her house, well, it'll say right there on the map, Leia's cottage. Also, it's a lonely stone. That's all. Back to the farm I go. I am going to clear up some more debris while I can, because I do have a little bit of energy and not a whole lot of time. And before I do that, though, I am going to move around here to see if there's any more debris crates, or not debris, supply crates that show up. Doesn't look like it. And there is a little secret area down here as well. By the way. Ta-da! As you can see, it's getting dark. One of the nice things about having torches, by the way, is if you hold them active on your inventory, so like right now my pickaxe is the one. You don't, yeah, there you go. It'll light up the area that you're around because you're holding it effectively above your head. So, as you can see, I'm holding the fiber above my head. If that was a torch, it would be lighting up the area because it's being held above my head. Which is pretty cool. So, if you don't have one of those rings, the glowy rings, as I call them, using a torch will work until you need to fight something. And so eventually there are some floors in the mines that are super dark, like it's really, really hard to see unless you change your contrast settings for your monitor and all that, or for the game, etc. It's not really worth it. So using the torch method will at least get you some decent light, sort of. I like to place it down and then just scoop it up again after I'm done with apparently seaweed appears down here too. That's pretty cool. That owl just scared me. Okay, so it is Mayor Lewis's birthday tomorrow, and we'll want to give him a gift. So, weather report. Clear and sunny for tomorrow. And we don't have... well, we have no neutral luck today, meaning we have no luck and no disluck either. Disluck? That's a word now. And every Sunday and every Wednesday there will be a repeat. We will learn a recipe if you speak with the TV. You're going to want to do that. Now we have enough copper bars for an upgrade of a tool, but I don't have the money to do that. Okay, so the plan for today is to go to the mines to work on getting deeper into the mines, because we can, after we visit Mayor Lewis. Another thing, community center here. In the menu, there's the community center thing on the right, and we'll see here we have the forgeable items that are available because we have that bundle. There's also the construction bundle, the exotic bundle, the winter forgeable bundle, which we can totally work on right now, the summer forging bundle, and then the fall forging bundle, which we obviously can't also work on. So we can work on this one to start with, sort of. We need tappers first for the resin and whatnot, which we can't currently craft. I think we need higher farming, and we can do this one though. So since we're going mining, 1, 1, 1, I need to find myself a daffodil somewhere. And if you're wondering, you don't need your scythe for clearing debris and stuff in the mines, because the sword will do that for you, and as it doesn't expel any energy as well, then there's no reason to use it. Right, so we need to give Mayor Lewis something. So that is for the community bundle. I could give him the potato, but I don't want to. Well, hopefully we find something along the way, otherwise he's not getting anything. So you do want to try to give gifts to the NPCs when it is their birthday, because you will get more friendship experience from them. Mayor Lewis, do you like fish? Let's see, is there any over here? No, let's see if we can get something from the trash can, if we're lucky. Nope. And... nope. Okay. Well, I do have some of the daffodil, the forgeable items growing. So I might give him one of these forging items so I don't have to worry about the community center, because I will have enough stuff later on anyway. You can have a wild horseradish. Oh, it's for my birthday? Thanks. You don't like those, do you? Well, that was... You should have gone with the flowers, stupid. Yeah, I should have gone with the flower. That was stupid. So we'll talk to Alex quickly, and it is also a new week, so we can actually give him a gift. We'll also give George his leek I don't think he likes these, but, oh, well, he's not complaining. Hey, hello. What? No, you're not. What a liar. He says he's busy. He is not busy. What a liar. So yeah, now I have nothing to give to the community center, but basically, if you go back to that little note that I showed earlier, and then communicate with that, there'll be an option to donate those items. So we'll do that in the next time, or as soon as the crops are ready with the forgeable items. Right, so we are going mining. And let's see if we can get, oh, hold on. Oh, wait, we need to kill 10 slimes before we can get into the community, or the, Adventures Guild. Sorry, I got distracted. Those things there, you want to kill them as quickly as you can. Because if you don't, they will harden into a cocoon, which you cannot damage. And they'll turn into flying insects. And they are super annoying. And we're not going to have a whole lot of luck for finding the ladders and stuff this time around. And by flying insects, I'm not talking about these ones. These ones are fine. They're not annoying. They don't fly at random directions or random speeds at you. See, the flying insect right now that's coming towards me? That's what those things turn into. And early on, they do quite a bit of damage. See, right now, that's a hardened cocoon. I can't do anything. And the other one's just hardened into a cocoon as well. It's also why I hope to get a better sword soon, because the rusty sword just does not cut it. You also want to be careful on the mines, because there could be a infested floor, which means that there will be bad guys coming at you for a period of time until there are no more of them, as in you've defeated them, or you've escaped to another floor, or you've escaped the mines. And that one actually dropped us the ladder, which I am going to take after I get the copper and quartz from over here. And possibly after I kill the slime. So as you can see, this floor alone has taken me over an hour game time. So that's why mining on good luck days is a good idea, especially if you're trying to get as far deep as you can. Now, if you're working on combat, going on unlucky days is your better bet. So there are, how many tools? There is the axe, the pickaxe, the watering can, and the hoe. And then there's the trash can, all that have upgrades, and wow, this is a lot of copper ore right here. You have all of these things, which will allow for you to upgrade all of your different tools, including your trash can. So we need 5 different tools, right? So 5 different tools, 5 different copper bars. So that is a grand total of 5 by 5. So that's 25 copper ore for each tool times 5. So 125, if my math is right, different copper ore in total to be able to upgrade everything to the copper equivalents. And so the goal is to try to get as much copper ore as I can. And so far we have 32 plus whatever we have already back at the farm, which is already 5 copper bars, so we are definitely well on our way. Plus we need another 5 for the silo, and possibly anything for the construction of crafted items and so on and so forth. But priority is first getting our tools upgraded. But we kind of need money. In the next video, I'll probably be fishing and fishing and fishing. Why? Because fishing is the best way to quickly get wealth. Long term, it is much better to be farming. But we don't have the means to do that, both by financial reasons, nor the energy to be able to water everything or plant everything, so on and so forth. And of course we are on this floor, which is the longest floor, and I just realized I didn't visit the cart. Poop. Oh, that's a crab. So this one is a loopy floor. And by loopy, I mean it spirals. I do want to try to get to the center if I can. Without having to worry about bad guys. We do have a lot of time still in the day, so I should be able to make it. Assuming there aren't many of those flying around. What did I say? Assuming there aren't many of those flying around. And I do have the ladder there, but I do want to get to the center because there are crates and chests there, if I can. Yeah, I'm stuck here. Fortunately, I have a cherry bomb. Which doesn't work on these? Oh, I can break this. I think. Nice. Was I always able to break those? I don't even remember. Oh, there's a closer ladder. That's perfect. Okay, so in the center here, of course, there's a whole bunch of cocoon thingies too. But you see all the different crates and stuff. Those can sometimes drop good items, so that can include the rings, so the glowy ring, the radius ring, for collecting items, so on and so forth. So I really want to get to that if I can. And there's even closer ladder. Perfect. Of course there's those cocoon things, so... or the slugs. Which will be a pain in the butt if I don't kill them all. Yay! Just one to go. Well, nothing too great out of all that, but that's okay. We did get an even closer ladder, though. There we go. And now we are with a better sword! You received a steel small sword. And this is a much better sword than this. This one does 2 to 5 damage, this one does 4 to 8 damage, and has a +2 speed. As you can see, much faster. This is also the first area for fishing. Yes, there's special fish here. We're not going to be doing that though. We are going to go down a floor because we can. We are going to get this copper ore. We are going to break this thing. Get nothing out of it. We're going to get that copper ore. And then we're going to break this one. And we're going to ignore the one on the right. And we're going to leave the mine. Because it is 11:20 game time. And we are going to head back to the farm. So if we're lucky, our mining should go up another level. How many slimes have we killed? 7 of 10. So that's not too bad. Hopefully the next video, probably not the next video, depending on how the fishing goes, we will be able to get more slimes killed so that we can get to access to the Adventurers Guild. Not that we'll be able to do much there in the first place, but bug meat can also be crafted into bait. That there. We don't have the fishing rod to bother doing that. And we have those, which is nice, and I'm going to hang on to those for now. Ooh. Ooh. We have a rice shoot. I didn't actually pay attention to that. So the rice shoot, if you plant it near water, it will stay hydrated. Does that count as water? I guess it does. So you can kind of see it there. Not really. I need to get to bed. There we go. Yeah, level 2 mining. So now we can craft the staircase, which is handy in a tight pinch. We have level 1 combat with the sturdy ring, plus 5 HP. And we can craft the bug steak, which is a new crafting recipe. I don't actually know what it does. So let's open up the crafting thing here. Bug steak, the last resort of the hungry cave diver. That's kind of handy because bug meat is plentiful early on. It's also useful, as I said, with bait for fishing, so I'd probably opt to use it for bait, but as it says, the last resort for the hungry cave diver. So as you saw, there was quite a few of those little insects flying around, and they drop quite a bit of bug meat at once. So if you have this, you can craft this wherever you are. You don't need a crafting bench or crafting table or anything like that. This is your crafting table effectively. And so if you're in a tight pinch, there you go. So this looks withered, but it isn't actually. It just, that's how it looks. You can kind of see there's water here. That's for the rice shoot there. So yeah, and that is it with this video today. obviously. The next episode, as I said, I'll be working on the fishing, and another reason for that is because there's some fish that only are caught in the ocean, some fish are only caught in the river or the forest area, and some fish are only caught in town, so on and so forth, and in the mountain lake towards the caves. And I want to be able to catch all of the fish as much as I can, or at least as many as I can in the spring month, because there are some that are only available in spring, and likewise with the summer, fall, and winter months as well. And those are progressing towards getting all of our fish caught. So if we take a look at our collection, what are we looking at? Collections! There we go. We have the fish here. To complete this, there is an achievement for getting all the fish and whatnot, plus they are needed for the community bundle. You can't see it right now because we don't have access to it. We need to complete this bundle first, or a bundle, before we can have access to that. So, hopefully next video I have money to actually do things, which I don't currently. And otherwise we're going to go fishing to get that money so that we can do things. And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button. And if you haven't already, please also consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on the next video. And that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.